Hi everyone. Hi, I'm back. This is really a moving situation with Emmanuel. I want to come back because so my first reading on this is part two. Um, I picked up, and that was the 18th, and it was actually put up, well, published, um, like 10:30, 10:40 in the morning. Anyways, what I picked up there was a severe injury, and it sounds like I picked up what happened to his daughter that is now out, which came out. I saw it the next day. I don't know if it came out later that night or information about it started trickling out apparently, but the next day is when I started seeing little snippets, and now it's out everywhere that his daughter from a previous marriage to some woman named Vanessa, um, they caused injuries. He's got a felony against what he did. He basically destroyed this child's life. It's disgusting, which does show a repetitive pattern because the only thing we knew before was he had, you know, the charge against him, but we didn't know how bad this. I mean, wouldn't picture someone who did this to a child to be still walking free. And this is the problem. Our law system across the nation sucks when it comes to children. Children don't matter to these laws. They don't. I'm sorry. It's our legal system that throws these babies away like they're nothing. So, I mean, no justice gets done really. Unfortunately, these days it's disgusting. But apparently, her injury left her with a tube in her throat, which would cause that gurgling and that, before it even happened, the coming up and everything, they have to clean it every so often. And she's wheelchair bound and she's only got 3% brain function. He damaged the brain. Remember, I got the frontal lobe, the head injury, and also the throat. Now, same sort of thing could have happened um, to Emmanuel, and it just they didn't save him. They let him die. I'm not, or he could actually still be alive. In other words, what I'm saying is in that reading, I might have just picked up because remember I pick up past, present, future. I might have picked up her severe injury, along with the fact that it is being said, but I don't know if it's proven. So I'm going to make that clear that his other son, an older boy, I believe it is Eli, um, has a little bit of brain damage, but I don't know for sure. But it's showing a repetitive action, which we got repetitive, serial repetitor. All right. Oh, now I'm going to do another reading just to pick up the energy, but also see if it is the same injury type, right? He's claiming he had the baby fall when giving her a bath, but I'm not sure what the truth is around that either because she also had bones broken and everything. And I think they were like starting to heal or something. And it was just ridiculous. And that was a 10-week old. I give out tons and tons of blessings to the cousin who's raising those children from, I think the cousins on the wife's side. That mother is no better, no better. So, and also the fire around the house that was like across the street or whatever. I don't know if it has anything to really do with this, unless that house was holding certain information, maybe holding the baby, I don't know, or it was just a direct message to the neighborhood or to the mother and father of Emmanuel, you know? I don't know. I could have just been a distraction too. But let's see what's going on. I want to see. I know there's been a sighting, but not confirmed sighting. And, a baby is quite small. I mean, to me, you guys know me. Without a body, they're still alive. There's a chance, which would be great. At any given time, I could be wrong, right? But let's just see what the cards pick up now for Emmanuel. What's going on with Emmanuel? It could be the same type, a head injury, which caused his death, what have you. But let's see. Let's see. I'm hoping he's still alive somehow, some miracle. But if the baby was taken, it certainly wasn't from that parking lot, and family would probably be involved in it. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Let's see what's going on with Emmanuel. That poor child. I just have this overwhelming sadness to the pit of my stomach when I think of him. That's why I'm like, well, what did he go through? All right, Emmanuel. Well, hold on, guys. Was she pregnant? Or maybe, I think we picked up there could have been an affair going on or a crime of passion happened. But I'm getting pregnancy test. Was she pregnant again, or did they fear that she was pregnant? And then divorce, breaking contract. Are they talking divorce already? Or they could end up talking divorce? Or was there a threat? I'm divorcing you. And then all shit broke loose. There was a threat of separation at least. I think, might have wanted to leave. I think we picked that up in the last one too. A crime of passion. Someone was fighting. Okay. So we have, this is all about like, okay, sexual protection and sex shop. So I do think someone might have been caught cheating, or at least someone thought they were cheating, you know. There are people that live with the paranoia. No matter what, you're cheating on me, you know. And also, cheating doesn't actually have to be physical, you know what I mean? Someone could just be jealous because someone else is kind of close to someone. What happened to Emmanuel? Fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Yeah, I think someone definitely was trying to hold on to what they have, no matter how toxic and bad the situation. Total drama and action. That's shown a camera. I know there's been talk of video footage being found in the area or whatever. Maybe it was caught on camera. Maybe someone knows of the fighting that was going on between them in the home, what have you. Um, and someone took action about how the fighting was going. Police, yeah, I think the police have video of the situation, unless the police was called there before, which I don't know. But yeah, it's toxic, and there's fake friends all around. I think the friends might be calling the police, like maybe even anonymously, I don't know, and giving information. This is telling me the background story, but that's okay. Well, way too much, I think. One, two, yeah, too many. Hold on. Setting the record straight. I think the lawyer said something about it's being misconstrued or something like that. I'm sorry. There's no misconstruing the fact that your client destroyed a 10-week-old child and should not be walking free, which he's the same lawyer that got him to walk free from destroying a child's life. And that child also had a little brother who ended up at the cousins too, thank God. I hate nothing about you. Yeah, fulfilling a fantasy. I think that came out in the first reading. Someone's in a delusion, you know. No matter what, I love you. No matter what you do, or no matter what I do, you should love me, and no matter what. Mistakes are mistakes. Oh well. I said I'm sorry a million times, and I keep doing it, but oh well. You love me. All right. Hater. They fucked up and they know. Oh, hell yeah, they know. And betrayal, deceit, backstabbing, traitors, unworthy of trust. Someone's coming forward, whether the police, whether they have, or they are right now, or they will be in the near future. Someone's coming forward to the police, and they could be setting the record straight too. Okay. And it could be one of the two, the mom or the dad. If it is, it's over a deal, a plea deal. And getting played, manipulated, lies, and control. That's what they think they're doing, but nobody's believing them. All right. Also, one of the two are like believing that they're fully in love with me, mistake happened, blah, blah, blah. BS. So this is about the cops. What are the cops in the middle of doing? What have the cops been doing over the situation? Not picking up another. I'll pull more cards after this too, but so far it might have been the same type of situation with the head trauma. The legal integrity. Uphold integrity in all legal matters. Ensure that your actions are honest and within the bounds of the law. Ethical behavior crucial for maintaining trust and credibility. They're crossing their T's, dotting their I's. They can't jump on anything because they don't have enough to jump on yet. Okay. And they are covering all angles too, no matter what comes in. Hidden evidence. Search for evidence that may not be immediately obvious. Look for overlooked details and context that may shed light on the situation. Thorough investigation is key in uncovering the full truth. So they know they're not getting the full truth, and they know they're having to pull tooth and nail just to get answers and to find evidence. But there is hidden evidence. Now they have taken in phones and like all video they can find and everything. So they might be finding some evidence through that, but even if that's like a partial piece, they want to collect full piece in order to get full, I guess, arrest or what have you for something to stick. Because God forbid this lawyer gets this monster off again, right? Just makes no sense. I don't know who the hell the judge was either, but Jesus Christ of that case. Also, let's put it this way too. I mean, let's not be all biased, but like she could have been the one who was actually the hand at harming this child, right? And saying, well, your past record, there's no way in hell they won't believe me if I tell them it was you. So we don't know, right? All I know is from past knowledge now that you are a repetitor and that guy did what he did. He should not be breathing. In my opinion only. Everything I'm saying is my opinion, alleged, right? Reading the best I can. I am not a cop. These are not facts. I'm putting it together, except, yeah, he does have a past record. That's a fact. All right. Only cowards harm children. That's the bottom line. Yes, there's those certain little accidents here and there, but when it's an accident, you call 911 immediately. You don't wait. You don't, and you tell the cops, yeah, I screwed up. Oh my God, I thought this or that. And you know what I mean? You take whatever happens to you because your child comes first, right? But this, I'm sorry, this is bullshit. What else? What else are the cops doing? I know I'm rambling because I'm getting pissed off at this guy and the situations that this guy has walked away from. And her too. She's no better because pulling this whole story and everything, it's bullshit. All right, let's see. The Seeker's Eye. Stay vigilant and observant today. Pay attention to details that may reveal hidden truths. Take note of inconsistencies or unusual patterns in your surroundings. So the cops' eyes are all over the place. And I think the whole town, everyone, they're like, eyes are open, keep them wide, keep your ears open, anything, give to the police. I do not believe in real life, people taking it in their own hands. Go to the police, please. Do everything through the law. Clarity of purpose. Approach your challenges with a detective's mindset. And I think everyone's doing that out there, basically, because they're all like, wait a minute, what the hell happened to this child, right? Um, Break down complex situations into smaller parts and methodically analyze each element. Stay focused on uncovering the core issues. They're getting to the bottom of it. The cops are definitely getting to the bottom of it. I think they're looking in the past too, like not like because the timing is off. Has anyone actually come out with a proof of life like a week before, 2 weeks before? I mean, I honestly don't know. I haven't heard it. I haven't been watching a lot here and there only, but has any proof of life from anyone other than those two in the damn house come forward? All right, that's it on the cops right now. What's going on? Where's Emmanuel? Where's Emmanuel? What happened to Emmanuel? I mean, yeah, the throat, C strangulation, which would cause throat issues. I hope I'm wrong. We're not 100% folks. And I'm usually the one that's like, oh no, nobody, no proof. That's it. Right. But this feeling, this situation, I'm having a hard time. But I will keep the hope. I want everyone to keep hope alive that he is alive somehow miraculously. I mean, there is a possibility that the parents just handed him off for whatever reason because it did not go down at the big five at that time. All right. And but the problem I have with that is if the parents did give him off, someone within the family give him off to someone else for whatever reason, they would have came up with a hell of a better story. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have put it in public. They could have easily they could have made up that someone came into their home, broke into their home. She already had black eye, and I don't know if that black eye is the first, second, third, fifth. So we can't even say the day of that black eye is when that child was taken. Because I mean, that could have been her fucking 100th black eye. We don't know, right? But they could have made up a hell of a lot story, more private situation that people would start believing in a little more. Like, holy shit! Oh my god, they were home and she got beat up. The father was somewhere, and now the baby's missing. Right? Oh, wait a minute. This card was already turned up. Yep, cover up. It turned itself over. It's definitely a cover up, folks. We all know this at this point. Well, most of us do. I can't speak for everyone, but there's definitely a cover up coming up here. I also, I don't know, I see our hospital records, more hospital records coming out over the baby, or maybe the 2-year-old daughter that was taken. I think she was 2 years old. CPS took her from the home immediately. Thank goodness. I mean, I'd like to know if she had any doctor records or if they kept her from the doctor too, right? But I do see hospital, unless someone's going to fake something, because I kind of feel like they're contemplating faking like suicide in a way, like, oh my God, I can't live without my baby type situation, right? To make it feel like she's the victim. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully that's just a thought that passes because they're too cowardly to hurt themselves. He can hurt her all he wants. And the baby, any child. Money upside down. They were struggling with money, covering up from the police where they're getting money, maybe. Because like when the cops looking for a child, they go into every asset, every possibility, every property, every bank account, everything. And if it don't add up, you're being called in about where does $100,000 come from that is not in your bank, something, right? But maybe they were struggling with money at some point, and that caused some aggravation too. His child had a sad life. Fraud. Yeah, it's a complete fraud. Did they commit fraud to get money? Is that another avenue that they're having to deal with in the process of trying to find this child? How many? Yeah, okay, let me mountains again. Mountains to me is obstruction. They're definitely obstructing. I've got my cards running everywhere. Hold on. All right. They've definitely committed obstruction without a doubt. All right. But I do notice in videos there's mountains behind them. Did they take the child to the mountain? What's this one? A couple is involved. So both of them are tied into this and they know it. Boat, traveling. I'm just using that as travel. I don't really think they took them in a boat into the ocean, but that's traveling. A couple traveled to the mountains. Mountains travel, but I don't know if his body's up there. The neighborhood, landfill, and life insurance. It could be a landfill fill in the neighborhood, a dumpster in the neighborhood that the body's going to end up in the landfill. This sickens me. I also have a very hard time believing that this like family, even though there are family members that are going through hell right now over this, like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? That none of them saw signs. I mean, did this couple like never visit family? Did they never have family over? Did they never, you know what I mean? Did the family just shut their eyes to it and pretend it's not happening? I just don't know. Not that I'm blaming family at all, but I'm just saying there's more to this. There's more to this. Or they could have, like, either way, evidence or unfortunately the body was to the mountains, and then evidence or the body could be in a landfill, dumpster, whatever. I do know that they found some clothes, baby clothes in a dumpster near the home, but I don't know if it's been confirmed by the police that they were actually Emmanuel's. I don't know. Ugh. Someone couldn't heal. Someone couldn't heal, and I think that was Emmanuel. They thought in time he would just heal. And then dismemberment upside down, which would mean I don't think he was, I hope to God they didn't dismember him. I'm more getting just the strangulation. I'm also getting, well, these guys are just flying out. My God. Hold on. Hold on. All right. I was going to say something. Yeah, I was also getting, I had seen like someone put, I don't know if it was a pillow or something over his mouth because even though they did something, and I'm putting them together because they both know. All right. Um, Someone ended up doing taking the final breaths because they couldn't handle waiting for him. They know he's not going to heal. I'm not going to be able to take him to the hospital. I'm not going to do this or that. So the final like breath, I believe, was someone putting something over his mouth and taking his last breath. Okay. and I do feel ache in my head still. So we got strangulation, and we got which if you're losing oxygen in your head, of course you're gonna start getting an ache. I'm assuming, right? Spouse and partner, hand in hand together. You notice that in videos too? They're like hand in hand. They will not let go of each other's hand. They will not let go of seeing each other right in front of their faces, right? That's so one won't tell on the other. But what they do behind closed doors with a cop could be a different story. Intuition. I think an ex has a strong intuition too. I think an ex has a strong intuition of what the hell really went down. Getting power supply. I don't know if there's power supplies out there, power poles, something near mountains maybe, or landfills. And justice is definitely coming. Justice will come. And also, I was thinking like my other video, I said within 2 weeks, but like it took like what, a day for the information about promise coming out. And that's the injury I really picked up on. So I'm like, was that the 2 weeks that it was coming right out? You know what I mean? Tell me more about Emmanuel. Where can I don't know if these cards will show me where. Water. All right, we got water. Is there a basin in the mountains or mountain by water? I don't think he's actually in water though. I don't know. Though we did get a boat. If they put him in water, it's not like wicked deep water. It's not like they went into the ocean, I don't think. But I had them put in something, right? So did they load down that something with weight? Oh, wait a minute. I think something else has turned over. Hold on, guys. Da-da-da-da. Yep. Mail, water. And now we got an accident. Oh, see, people who do this kind of stuff, they'll always claim what they do is an accident because they lost their temper. I accidentally hurt someone because I lost my temper, right? But, and that could be exactly what plays out. But I'm sorry. When it comes to children, if you're having a rage fit, going crazy, you get the hell away from children. If she wants to be beaten the rest of her life, I'm fine with that. She's an adult. She needs to get beaten for some screwed up reason. That's adult on adult. I'm not happy about it, right? But you don't touch children. And if she was looking to leave or someone was cheating him or her, I mean, she could have just as bad of a temper if she's living with it. Let's face it. They both man-made disaster. They both did it. They both were culpable of it. And one more. And yeah, whatever secrets, they're coming out. And the police are holding it tight, but they are coming out. I think people are stepping up now for the justice of Emmanuel. And I think families starting to talk behind the scenes. I think ex-friends, I know coworkers are ex-coworkers, but all right, let me finish this up. This is longer than I thought it would be, but that's okay. It's for Emmanuel. The weapon used will provide valuable clues. So maybe when the cops went in, they got all like blankets, pillows, everything, and they're going to find DNA on that. I also wonder if, like, this shows a knife, but maybe the strangulation was with, I don't know, a rope or something, or when they, well, it depends on how long he's been passed on. Um, Maybe they broke his neck. They might have broke his neck during the strangulation. This is sickening. I know I'm saying all this. What are you? I already did you. Okay. Um, Still trying to hold hope that he's alive somewhere. Social media will provide valuable clues. I do think social media should have a pat on its back for doing some investigative work. That granted, the police may have already known, obviously, but we don't get told that because the police hold it to their belt, right? Cell phone records may provide important information. Is there like a ravine, a water basin? I just heard chemical plant. I don't know why I heard that, guys. And when I say like locations, like the last one was a park and everything, these could be things around the location that he's at. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean he's actually right there in the mist. Like I just got chemical what? What did I just say? Chemical factory or something? Um, it could be around where he's at. And then perpetrator has behavioral patterns. See, behavioral patterns that came out before, and he does. Says as a serial killer, but I'm saying serial abuser. Definitely. So they're all coming up. Can you give me any location at all? What's going on with Emmanuel? More. I'm getting a couple of different hits, but they could all be like located somewhere around. There is someone who's going to be loyal and true to this child, someone who's staying faithful, someone who won't give up like a hound dog until they find out the truth. That could be the police. Yeah, I think it's the police. High honors official. The police will not let go. And it could be someone else too, family, that will not let go of this until the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth comes out and we get justice for Emmanuel. Oh, a chemical plant. That's what I said before, chemical plant. All right, let's see. I'm hoping it's still within 2 weeks that we find out the whole thing. It might just be the start of it. Hold on. Too much jumped out. Sorry, guys. Come on. Everything wants to jump out today, which means it might be pumping up even more information. Police might come out with something. I know in the midst of all this that I'm picking up, I'm still hoping for life. Someone's definitely thinking about oh, unexpected income, secret unexpected income, hidden income. I'm also gonna, and someone's thinking about that, about where, didn't I just mention a while ago, where the hell did this money come from? But I'm also going to interplay this too. Secrets of something unexpected, which would be so called he was taken at a store, coming out. The secrets about it are coming out. There's something more, and at least the cops will know more. There was change from a vehicle um, transferring him in a vehicle, and wisdom's coming forth. Owls are wisdom, great wisdom, keeping their eyes open and seeing something that's going to break the case. That could be going through files and things from the police, or that could be going just being out and about and seeing something. All right, so that's what I got for today. I do hope that I'm wrong and that they do find him alive. Oh wait, I gotta do a card of hope. That's right. But either way, I hope for justice to be served quickly. Again, too many. Um, to be served quickly. And that couple should never have children ever again. And if she is pregnant, God forbid, they better keep an eye on her and take that child right from her. If I'm correct in what I'm picking up, right? Because I don't see a kidnapping as in a stranger kidnapping. All right, we got anticipation. Something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself, and blessings are on their way. So maybe we're going to hear something good, something that changes everything. Of course, it's not a blessing ever to if the child has been passed on, right? That's never a blessing. But information, directing the case for justice, and again, I'm still going to keep hope. That's just who I am. Maybe there's a slimmer of hope that Emmanuel may be alive somehow, right? Maybe tragedy was happening and someone in the family did come in and say, I'm taking this child. You guys aren't going to have him anymore. And if you want to cause problems, y'all going to jail. But then they had to come up with a theory because, this, I don't know. That doesn't even make sense. I know. I'm just grasping at straws, people. But something is happening behind the scenes that we're not even aware of. All right. There is going to be a change. I think the police are going to bring about some information, or we're just going to blatantly see an arrest, and everyone's going to be like, yes, they're not going to walk away about it this time. Maybe. We'll see. Again, everything I've said is a legend, my opinion, the best I can do as in a reader and psychic abilities and so forth. And remember, some things can be literal and others can be symbolic. That's what, all this is. And just keep your prayers for Emmanuel going strong. Get justice no matter what it takes. Take care, folks.